This is Patty.
This is Andrew.
And you're watching Wild Taiwan Campus Edition! Woo! Let's welcome our guests, Tofu and Lola! Woo!
And we also have Colombine and Arnaud.
Welcome. Bienvenue.
Oh, yeah.
Please sit.
All right.
We are changing up the show a little bit. This time, we're going onto the campus. We're going to hear about what it's like to be a student studying abroad in Taiwan.
Yes, and we're fascinated to hear all of your stories in Taiwan, whether it has to do with your lifestyle or what you had at school.
Yeah. So kind of like a classroom, you know, when you have a new exchange student or like a new kid coming in. Why don't we do like a kind of like a show and tell self-introduction, right?
Oh, yes, please.
So, I think we should start with you, Lola. Yeah.
What do you have today?
Okay, so my name is Lola and I have a little present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have present. It's soap from my country and from my region.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you can smell it. It smells so good. It's actually different from Marseille soap. It's more like for body, it's more luxurious than Marseille soap.
Okay, so this is like a bathing soap. You use it in the bathroom, the shower.
Yeah,
Okay,
really to have an experience, you know, like smell good after shower, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Where was your hometown again?
I'm from French Riviera, like Cannes, Nice.
Oh, near Cannes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The southern part.
Yeah.
This is very special.
I smell the elegance.
It smells fancy.
Wow. This is
thank
nice.
you.
Now we're all posh.
Yeah, I'm gonna smell really good after this.
Thank you, Lola.
Thank you.
Wow.
Lola, please sit.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we have next Columbine.
Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Welcome.
And what I brought for you guys today is a cup that my mom bought for me. It's actually like, it just shows my hometown, which is a very small town in the north France. It's right under the UK. Actually, it's called Brittany, this whole area.
Brittany,
Do you know?
yeah, I know Brittany, the little peninsula.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's actually near the beach. It's right under the UK.
Okay.
And so this is like a little window into my hometown, which I miss very much.
Oh, and so it's a maritime town. You guys have a lot of sailing.
Yeah, when I was young, we did a lot of
A
sailing.
lot of seafood.
Yes, definitely.
Lovely.
Okay, let's go Arnaud.
Hi, my name is Arnaud, aka Tofu. Today, I wanted to mix things up, and I got what we call a lambawani, which it comes from Madagascar, because I'm half French, half from Madagascar.
Oh, wow. It looks like this is so pretty. Oh, let's turn it around a bit. Sure.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool. I see cocoa beans. Is that cocoa beans?
Yeah, those are cocoa
I'm so
beans.
sorry, Columbine. We'll hold it. You can
There you go.
tell us.
And this is actually,
Columbine's like, hello, I'm here.
and this can be a decoration you can put on the table on a wall, but it also serves as clothing accessory.
Okay.
So it's unisex, so male and female or
Okay.
anything, anybody can wear it. If there's a lot of wind, you can be like that. You can like,
Okay.
I'm gonna,
Okay,
You can just do
okay.
it like that. It's very free. There's not really a good or a bad way of wearing it.
So there's maybe one day you'll wear two, like one on your waist and then one over your shoulder.
Yeah, you can wear one on your head if you're like, what do you call it? Lifting wood, carrying wood around and everything. So that's super useful, super pragmatic.
Ooh, I love that. Utilitarian and pretty.
Exactly.
Yeah, function
exactly.
and form.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arnaud. Right.
Okay, and last but not least,
Tofu.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm from France, from Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, so I bring you guys some crepes. So, I made them right before the show. I hope they're
saw
good.
you backstage. That was really impressive.
Yeah, oh,
Look
yeah,
at
okay.
him. It was just that done.
This is 30 minutes ago.
The backstage scene.
Such a pro.
You guys are so efficient.
Oh my god. And you have a bottle of rum?
Yeah, to spice things up.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this one is Nutella.
Nutella.
This one is butter and sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one is butter, sugar, and lemon. So this one is a bit more original.
Okay, so which
Right.
one is the most
Favorite
classic?
one.
That's the most classic?
No, that's my favorite one, but
Okay.
the most classic I would say is the
Butter
butter
and
one.
sugar?
Yeah.
Alright.
Then Nutella and
Nutella, okay.
Yeah.
What's your choice?
I like the lemon one, but also Nutella. I haven't had it in so long.
Well, let's share.
Okay, yeah. You get a bite here, you get a bite there.
Yeah, so let's share
Here,
the
I'll hold
butter
this. You go ahead. You
lemon.
take a bite first. You can see we've rehearsed this.
No, we've been looking forward to this
Yeah.
since like last week.
Yeah. When we heard we're going to be actually having
There you go.
How is it?
Oh god,
Yeah? Is it good?
it is good.
Then I'm happy.
It's crispy, it's light.
Well, it shouldn't be crispy though, but
Oh, sorry, the sugar.
The sugar.
the
It's like, yeah, pretty good.
No, the crepe itself
Yeah.
is very mild and very soft. How did you tear that so cleanly?
Because
Here.
I'm good at eating. This is my talent.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna be lazy. I'm just like,
Wow.
really?
That's great.
Hey, the elegance. We just received some soap.
American.
All right.
Sit down.
Lovely. Oh, what a great start. A sweet start.
Yeah, that's a nice little pick-me-up. Wow. Okay, so everyone here has studied before or is currently studying in Taiwan.
Yeah,
And I
right.
think we should start with Lola. 8 months. Where are you studying? What are you studying? Are you having fun?
Yes, I study in I-Shou in Kaohsiung. It's like a school, not in the city, it's inland. So I need to take the bus 45 minutes, so it's quite far.
Wow.
And I have actually a lot of foreigner students, like not Taiwanese people, but Indonesia, Vietnamese, Thailandese people. So it's very funny, and we have like Fogu Shong Temple next to you.
For Guangsen.
Yeah,
right.
like
Oh,
the
yeah.
picture
The
with my
big-
family.
Yeah.
With my family, they come to visit, and it was during the New Year. So it was so funny because like they have like singing, dancing, and things like that. It was amazing. Really.
So is that the campus on the left?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
campus. It's really big. It's
Okay.
just one building, but it's like maybe 7 or 8 buildings. It's very
wow.
yeah.
Okay. What are you studying?
I'm studying actually business, like
Okay.
I'm administration business, international administration business. It's a mix between marketing, finance, and things like that. And it's very useful, I think, in the future because I want to work in this field.
The campus looks quite different compared to what you have back home. Is the atmosphere different as well?
Yeah, actually, the class is very different. In France, we study and we study a lot, and we do like closed book tests, more like how you learn and think you learn. And here is more like soft skill, like you need to do presentation and things like that.
So communication skills.
Yeah, communication skills. So, and it's a way to know better other people in your class actually. So
Yeah.
I think it's quite good.
And like you said, you have an international cohort. You have a
Yeah.
lot of people from all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Culture exchange.
Exactly. Okay.
Lovely. Thank you, Lola.
Thank you. Colombine.
Yeah.
Where did you study?
In NCCU, it's in Taipei.
Okay, so Chengchi University.
Yeah, exactly.
In Muzha.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There are quite a lot of foreign students.
A lot of
in
them,
the school,
especially
right?
a lot of French
Yeah.
students as well.
Okay. Oh, and this is you in your class?
Yeah, that was a field trip. We went to a tea plantation. That was really nice.
On Malcolm?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And there was a tea tasting. It was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what were you studying in NCCU?
It's an international communication master's degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a graduate program.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Are there quite a lot of English taught classes in Taiwan in school?
I think there are a few English taught programs. Not so many though, because I would have rather stayed within the management field, but I chose communication because it was the closest one, and I thought it was interesting as well. Yeah, I think a few, yeah, in NCCU at least.
Okay.
I heard you came to Taiwan because of love. Let me hear the story.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So love brought you to Taiwan.
Exactly. So I actually did my undergrad in the UK. I studied there with my boyfriend. So we lived together for a while, and then once I finished up my studies, we decided to move here. Yeah, so that was a really big move, but I think it's really great.
Okay, and it's been fun so far?
Yeah, it's been really amazing. I think because I'm considering staying here. Actually, no, I'm not considering. I want to stay here.
Boyfriend, watch out. She's only considering. Oh. No, you want to stay here.
Yeah, I want to stay here. So life in Taiwan is amazing.
Cool.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
right.
Arnaud, how about you?
Me, well, I graduated already, but when
Okay.
I was a student, I came here on an exchange program, and originally I didn't know anything about Taiwan.
Okay.
I wanted to learn Mandarin, and Taiwan is a Mandarin speaking,
Yeah.
and I chose it here. And my dad, actually, my parents knew Taiwan better than I did. They're like, oh, you're going to Taiwan? The place where they make semiconductor, TSMC?
Yeah.
They're like all excited, like, you know how crazy this, like, you know how important this place is in the world?
Wow.
Like, calm down. I mean, I'm not going to TSMC. I'm just learning Mandarin. Like, all this pressure. Like, you calm down.
Your parents were ahead of their time. They knew this 5 years ago.
Yeah. They knew this. And,
But the impression was like this is a tech island, right?
yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah, it was like tech, like, all these smart people united, doing like on the cutting edge of technology.
Right.
Right.
And after you came, is it
Has
like
it fulfilled that imagination?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Taiwan is extremely unique, and everything, it seems like you've thought about all these solutions. Like in the campus, I was surprised that it was so full of life compared to my university at home. Because at home, we come to university just to study. And once you finish studying, you go home. Here, they had all these activities. You can go and subscribe to this club. Yeah, exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Clubs.
Yeah.
Whether it's sports clubs, creative clubs, like
Oh, I thought
filmmaking.
nightclubs.
No.
So yeah, there's that as well.
That's my university.
I thought so too.
Yeah, and it's just such a welcoming place. And I remember this story of when I was in Taiwan, I was visiting Taipei because Wenzao, the university I went to, is in Kaohsiung in the south.
Okay.
I didn't have any friends in Taipei. I only had friends of friends. And so people that I've never met were willing to meet me up in Taipei and help me visit during the whole entire day. And I was like, wow! Yeah.
So you never even met them before?
Never even met them.
But they're so willing to help you,
know.
accompany you, right?
Spent an entire day, like almost being a
Really?
tour guide, even though I never met them, helping me in the metro.
Okay.
And I was like, you guys are too nice. Like, why did I do to deserve this?
Oh, this is welcome to Taiwan.
It's just how we got it. No big deal.
Everyday thing. Come on.
Yeah, just put it on the tab. It's all right. Wait, so you were here for an exchange?
Yes.
And then you came back.
Exactly. So I had to finish my master's degree in France in order to get the full diploma.
Okay.
And once I graduated, it was in the middle of COVID, actually.
Oh.
So I had a hard time. I found a job in France, but it was hard to keep it.
Yeah.
And I saw in the entire world, there's only two places, New Zealand and Taiwan, that handled the situation correctly.
Right.
And during my university years, I met my girlfriend, and my girlfriend, of course, head back to Taiwan. She was
Okay.
living in Europe, and I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity. Maybe it's fate. I should just move without a job, just a dream in my heart. And I moved to Taiwan. First, I worked for 6 months in her dad's shop. He has a key shop, and I was just opening up doors, cupping keys, and then making these little stamps for all these old people right in Tainan, in the south.
Very traditional industry.
Yes,
Small
extreme.
shop.
Yeah, and that's where I really progressed. How I got my a little bit better at Chinese.
Okay.
I mean, at Mandarin Chinese, and a little bit of Taiwanese
I
as
bet.
well.
I was about to add.
And then I found a job finally in Taipei. So I moved to Taipei, where I work now at Amazing Talker.
Okay.
So, making videos, kind of like you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I came here kind of on a whim. Tofu's gonna explain a bit more after. And then love kind of made me come here by fate almost. I was like, I was basically forced by the world just to come here.
The
I had
hand
to.
of destiny guided you.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it put something on your hand too.
Yeah. Did you notice?
He's off the market.
Exactly. Like Beyonce said, put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the best choice ever to come to Taiwan.
He married the keysmith's daughter, and then he didn't know she had the key to his heart.
You're so romantic, are you?
A little bit.
You guys have little cute things just dispersed everywhere. Like
yeah.
even the Easy card, like the Metro card.
Yeah, it's an easy card. You can buy stuff with that.
You're gonna have to learn this life skill to drink water without touching the cup.
You got it. Okay. Okay, stop
nice.
your head. Okay.
Only in Taiwan?
Only? I've never
That's
seen
not
that.
true. That's not true. I'm not.
Really?
We do this in France. We call that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, drinking
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
because we.
Like
Oh,
Wi-Fi?
Well, he just cued Tofu.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we have to hear Tofu's
Yeah,
side of
because
this
he
story.
mentioned he forgot a big part on his story. It's
Yeah.
me.
Why you?
So as you can see on the picture, we were together as an exchange student in
Okay.
Wenzao. So 7 years ago, back then.
Okay.
Yeah, because we were studying together in France. So actually, we wanted to learn Mandarin. So we wanted to first apply to China. But we were too late to apply, so it was full already. So the last space available was here in Taiwan. But for myself, I didn't know anything about Taiwan.
Right.
I just knew MIT, made in Taiwan.
Right.
That's it.
Yes.
But I didn't even know it was electronic component or whatever. And to compare with his dad, my dad, he thought that the name of the country is Taipei. Like Taipei and Taiwan is the same.
Well, you know, that's a step up from Thailand. I mean,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
love
yeah,
Thailand,
yeah,
but
true.
not being recognized as Thailand is kind of nice.
True. So yeah,
Okay.
we don't have the same knowledge when we came here. But yeah, I moved here, and as an exchange student, I loved here. We went to a lot of places, and the thing that really impressed me here is how warm and friendly are the Taiwanese. They really try to help you,
Yeah.
no matter what. I have a funny story to share actually. Like the second week I arrived in Taiwan, I rented a scooter, and I got an accident. Like the first day, right off. Yeah. And so I was on the floor. I broke my arm. I know my arm was broken, and the guy just ran away. So I was like, what will I do? Yeah, you can see the picture.
You're so lost. Oh my god.
So,
Poor guy.
I was on the floor like that, and like, what will I do? I don't speak Mandarin. I don't know where to go. And finally, the guy came back, and so I was like, oh, he will help me. That's great. Maybe stuff like that. Finally, he took his phone and he looks at me and saying in Chinese, picture, selfie, selfie. So I was on the floor like that. Oh, and the guy was just like.
No way.
Yeah, so he took a picture because back then I guess there were less foreigners in the south.
Yeah.
And he was like happy, yeah, I strike a foreigner today. That's great. Cool story.
He went to buy the lottery right after.
Yeah. But in the end, he helped me and bring me to the hospital and helped me with everything from A to Z, and it was so convenient, so smooth, so cheap as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I felt like I was in a nice place with nice people
Yes.
and a nice environment.
Even though you broke your arm, but
Even though I broke my arm.
that's another story.
That's another story.
Yeah.
It was good memory in the end. Good memory.
Well, speaking of somewhat kind of painful experiences, Lola, how has the Chinese learning experience been going? Painful or not so painful?
I would say so because Chinese is quite hard, but I took like lesson from my university in the first semester to learn some word, but it was quite difficult, and everybody already speaks Chinese or Mandarin, so I was like, okay, I'm debutant, I am beginner, so it's no way. So I learned some sentences, and actually near my place there are a little misses who sell like Xiao baozi.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Buns.
it. Yeah, it's my favorite food here.
Okay. With the pork?
Yeah.
You like the one with bamboo?
No, pork.
Okay, just the pork.
Sorry. So I was brave. I was like, okay, I will ask her in Chinese because she only speaks Chinese. So I said like two burns for the place, and she starting to speak Chinese really fast, like, where are you from? Oh, you are so I say from France. She said, oh, from France, and she's starting to like speak and speak and speak. I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't understand, sorry.
I have a tip for you. Next time you just have to say "dui."
Yeah. And they'll keep going until they realize the toy isn't matching up.
Yeah.
Okay, we hit the limit.
Where do you live? 你住哪里?
对.
Okay,
Where do you
stop.
live? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you've only been here 8 months.
Yeah.
So considering the fact that you already kind of understand that much, you can order your own food, that's already pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's enough for this moment.
How long is the program? How long is the stay?
1 year.
1 year, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have 4 months,
Yeah.
and by the end, you have to order everything in Chinese.
Oh,
And if you don't, we'll find out.
Okay. Okay, I'll keep the
加油.
challenge. Yeah, okay.
加油，同学加油. Arnaud, how about you?
Yeah, I can totally relate. Now that I've been here for a couple of years, I'm married and I've had my my fair share of adventures, I can say my Chinese, my Mandarin is good enough. Is good enough. I can now work in Mandarin. But yeah, there's always a time where you make a mistake that stays within your brain, your heart, your memory. So there's this one story. Maybe it's the most famous one that I have.
Is it, wait, is it a funny one or is it a pretty bad one?
It's a funny one. It's a great one. You guys are gonna like it.
Okay.
You guys are gonna love it. So I was in a restaurant in Taiwan, of course, and I was enjoying my food. It was great. And my friend told me, you know, this is like handmade. It's not pre-prepared. It's made with a lot of love. And I was like, oh, I can totally feel. I want to compliment the chef. And when they came out, I tried to say it in Mandarin, and unfortunately, instead of saying, I can tell you made this with love, with your hands, I said, I can tell you make love with your hands. Instead of saying, 你在说的
用手做的爱。
对，用手做的爱。I said, 你在用手做爱。And then he kept looking at me. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, it must have been the tones. Let me do it again. And then I kept repeating it. And then he left. And my friends were like, what are you doing? I was like, what did I do? I'm just complimenting. He's like, no, what you just
Left in horror.
Like, yeah, okay, cool, man.
Yeah, come again. Thank you.
No, come again.
I think we've had enough of that.
Okay, that was dirty. Moving on. Thank you.
It's one of the process. You're learning a new language. You get mistakes.
Yeah. Well, I really feel the love that you make with your words.
I can tell you make love with your mouth.
This show is never going to air.
Oh, this is getting okay. Anyway.
Were you there when he spoke that?
I was there.
You were there. Oh, geez.
Yeah. But for me, I was on his side. I was like, yeah, he's saying nothing wrong. What is he doing wrong?
He's like, you're just like, you guys are so dirty.
Wow.
There may be jokes, but hey, it's the process.
Well, it's a learning. Yeah, it's a learning moment.
Yeah, we have to be careful. We have to be careful.
And it's a lesson you'll remember.
Yeah. For sure.
All the way from France to Taiwan, I believe lifestyle habits in Taiwan, cultural shocks you may have
You
totally
must have
different.
Some, right?
Right.
Very different than life in France.
I'd love to hear your stories on that. What are your points to this? Starting with
Let's keep it going. Lola, yeah.
I think the most thing that is different from Taiwan and France is like the way people dress, like the clothing. Taiwanese don't judge people. They are friendly and they do their whole thing on their way. They can go like sometime out with their pyjama or
sloppy stuff.
yeah, really like sloppy
For
stuff.
breakfast.
Yeah, and then for restaurant.
For restaurants.
Yeah, but actually it's good because like you can go out ever you want, like just dressing like you want. But sometimes it creates strange situation, like restaurant in pyjama is like, okay, why not? Actually, why not? But quite strange.
It has to do with the manners, right? How you dress, is how you respect the place.
Yeah, because like in France, when you go out, you need to be well dressed. Like you cannot go in pyjama or like flip flop or things like that.
Right. Sometimes we see that, but not for everybody.
No.
Taiwan changed you after 5 years now. I cannot change you.
Like wearing an undershirt and you're like maybe like some bigger boxers and flip flops to take out the trash.
Enough is enough. Actually, I already do that.
It happens. It's just so laid back here, and no one's judging what you're wearing. Yeah. Colombine, anything that you had to adjust to when you first got here?
Adjust? Yeah, I feel like the traffic is definitely something I have to adjust to.
Do you take the scooter?
I cannot drive. I don't have a driving license.
Well, then
I shouldn't drive. But that's to me that's a bit crazy sometimes.
How about the food? Has the food been a challenge for you? Or?
I think generally I like Taiwanese foods, but there's definitely, I think I've been raised as a picky person.
Okay.
Because in my family we care about food quality, so my dad would cut out all the greasy pies for me, and we're very picky.
That's the best part, though.
Yeah, that's what a Taiwanese person would say. Yeah.
The biggest shock maybe is more about the chicken, because for us in France we eat mainly the legs and the breast.
Yeah,
and
that's
the breast.
true.
We eat everything.
The dandan, like
And even sometimes the head, the
crown,
the neck, the crown,
the leg,
even the back part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so.
Yes.
The feet?
Chicken ass too, right?
Jipigu.
Yeah, chicken butt.
Yeah, chicken butt.
So do you find yourself eating out a lot in Taiwan?
Yeah, for sure.
More so than at home?
We eat out every day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for dinner at least every day.
But is it cheaper than cooking by yourself?
I think it's about the same. It depends, but I think at least compared to France, it's totally different because in France you have to, if you want to eat out every day, like it's super difficult. We don't have food stalls. It's just like restaurants, and then it would be really expensive. It would cost you your livers. But I think in Taiwan it's much easier to take out. So a lot of people make this choice to just take out instead of cooking. They don't want to bother.
Because they don't want to do the dishes either.
Yeah,
It's the same price anyway. Just eat out. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, but in France we're forced to do it. So.
Okay.
I think it has to do with Taiwan, the convenience that you can reach so easily.
Right. I mean, it's so competitive that everyone keeps the prices down. So that,
That's true.
That's true. Okay.
Right.
Arnaud, what about you?
Something that struck me right away was just how much you guys have little cute things just dispersed everywhere. Like even the Easy card, like the Metro card.
Right.
In France, it's the most boring, violet/gray color, and it's not customized at all. Here, nobody has a default Metro card. All the Metro cards are like customized, little it's like infinite. The possibilities are infinite. I just like, if my room was bigger, I'd collect all of them. Like, collectibles for me.
Because it can come in every kind of form, different form, and special editions.
What are some of your favorites?
One of my favorites is Tofu's. He has a PS4 controller.
Oh, is that it?
It's here.
This is really hard to buy. I tried buying it.
It's crazy.
This is an Easy card.
Yeah, it's an Easy card. You can buy stuff with that.
So if you go through the gate of your MRT and you go, so snobbish.
This will light up.
This will light up.
Yeah, and then you can kind of control the MRT.
Very good. You had me there for a minute. But these are the more standard ones. But these are like special collector's editions.
Like you have little anime or manga editions, like
so
little mascots.
You can kind of like represent your fandom a little bit.
Even idols. So we are creative, right?
Yeah, super creative and cute and light. Everything. It makes your daily life just a bit joyous, a bit more fun.
It's Taiwanese stuff.
I had a really cool yo-yo-ka, the MRT card. Mine was a watch.
Oh.
It was actually just like a watch, and it had a clock face, and it could do the dates. But then you just beep beep.
Beep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then it broke. And then so now I just have a broken watch. It's my yo-yo-ka. So Arnaud, I think you also had something that you found kind of weird about how people drink water here.
Oh yeah.
What's wrong with water?
If you're in a relationship with Taiwanese, you're gonna have to learn this life skill, which is basically learning how to drink water without touching the cup. And it's not a magic trick, it's like for hygienic reasons or being polite, right? And I didn't know this because I'm a French person, I drink water like this.
Wow.
So French.
For example, you finish eating, you didn't get to brush your teeth.
Right.
If you're sharing a bottle, you should make it dirty, so you can't touch it with your lips. You have to learn to...
You got it. Okay, stop while your head. Okay, good job.
Oh, yes!
This is 5 years of training. 5 years.
I couldn't get married to my wife, I couldn't do this. Like,
Exactly.
shows your skill.
Final exam.
Final exam. Just can't be a drop or else you're out.
I think we do that quite a lot, right?
Yeah, no, we do.
If we want to share something.
Yeah, not so much with a cup or a glass, but with a bottle.
A bottle,
we have so many convenience stores, we get drinks all the time. It's like our compulsion purchase. Like if you want to, I want to buy something, you get a drink. And so like
Sometimes,
bottles.
hey, I want to sip.
Yeah, can I try that? And it's like, we always skip it so that, because you're being polite. I might be sick, you might be sick. We're not going to talk about it, but we're not getting each other sick.
But I'm curious.
That was well done.
Only in Taiwan?
Only? I've never
That's
seen
not
that.
true. That's not true. I'm not.
Really?
We do this in France. We call that Wi-Fi.
Yeah, drinking Wi-Fi.
Because we
Like
That's so creative. Wi-Fi drinking.
Actually.
You sure? Am I a savage? Or
You've just been in Taiwan for a very long time. By the time you came here, it started becoming popular.
Oh, so I'm old.
Join the club, man.
Okay.
So, who thinks Taiwanese are always well prepared? We have everything in our bag.
I mean.
Tony's wife.
Yeah, same.
Same, right?
Yeah.
How do you think we're over preparing?
You guys always have a lot of accessories with you for any situation.
Yeah, we have like yo-yo card, like a
Yeah.
PlayStation
Yeah,
yo-yo
but
card.
I think the most exaggerating thing you can see is when it starts raining. In like 30 seconds, everyone in the street will have either an umbrella or a raincoat, even on the scooters. I don't know when they change themselves, but only foreigners will be like, oh, I didn't prepare for that. So Taiwanese are so prepared.
Same situation in France. What would it be?
I guess we'll just go in a mall or something.
And just wait it out.
Find shelter somewhere.
Or just walk under the rain. That's it.
Okay, I've never thought of that. Like we always have a small umbrella in our bag.
But it's not only the
especially when we're at
umbrella.
school.
You also have the bag to put the umbrella afterwards, so it won't wet the other things in your bag.
Well, a lot of umbrellas that you buy come with that now too. It's all built in, you know. And then if you don't have an umbrella, you go to the convenience store. It's super cheap. It's like, hey,
True.
40 NT. All right, I'm dry.
There's a lot of examples. So you have the cup holders for your drink.
Oh yes.
Yes, that's the thing we don't have in France. I don't know if I'm too old as well.
No,
but
we don't.
Is it also Wi-Fi?
Actually, that's so smart.
Yeah, that's really smart. You also have like the small hat to put in your scooter helmet. Like if you take you rent
kind
a scooter.
of like the hygiene, foot hygiene.
That's in the scooter. That's in the rental.
Oh, in the Wemo.
Yeah. You don't have to, I mean, I guess maybe sometimes you can prepare your own too, but then you're really prepared.
Hygienic.
There's a lot of examples about that I was shocked and I was like, oh yeah, okay, that's one step forward what I expected.
We are well prepared.
Yeah, you're
We're well prepared. We like to keep things clean. We like to keep things tidy for everyone else, you know, except for when we're just like,
Except when you see a foreigner. Like,
yeah.
What is your hospital?
You're super nice.
Oh my God. We can do French episode for like
Forever.
2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah. Okay,
Forever.
so let's take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna play a little game and have a little competition, have a little race.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
go.
Okay, we'll be right back.
The skincare.
Yes.
It's so useful. Like you have the glowy.
When you travel to Taiwan, you might bring home things like pineapple cakes, tea, or even keychains. But there is something truly special inside Liuxing Type Foundry. Look guys, they actually make all those Chinese characters by themselves. That's so cool. They're maintaining this whole thing themselves.
They're keeping the tradition and the craft alive.
Exactly.
That's really well Taiwan.
Yeah, that's pretty well. That's pretty
We
well.
get some points for it.
Welcome back to Wow Taiwan! Since we are on the campus, it is now time for your final exam. We are going to play a little game we like to call Wow Me. And the idea is we like to hear about what you have experienced, found in Taiwan as someone coming from abroad, and things that you found so interesting that you want to share with people back at home, or even with us, the locals.
So, please wow us, okay? We'll give you points if you guys successfully wow us.
We have 2 buttons. We have the okay, which is like, okay, so.
I don't know.
And then we have the ooh la la. So let's start with Colombine, because you have a VCR, is that right?
Exactly.
Okay, what is it about?
I went to a place called Liuxing Type Foundry. So actually it's the last place in Taiwan that has preserved traditional lead type stamps.
Okay.
Yeah, tiny ones. So they make their own metal Chinese characters, and then you can go there and pick them.
Okay.
And it will help you make a stamp. A very unique stamp.
Right, I want to see.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That sounds really cool. Okay, let's roll the tape.
Cool. Hi, I'm Colombine, and today I'm taking you to a really special place, the Liuxing Type Foundry. And the souvenirs here, definitely not what you'd expect. Let's go. When you travel to Taiwan, you might bring home things like pineapple cakes, tea, or even keychains. But there is something truly special inside Liuxing Type Foundry, a lead type stamp. Liuxing is the only place in Taiwan that still casts traditional Chinese lead types. Every tiny metal character here scares the warmth of culture and the beauty of the past. Look guys, they actually make all those Chinese characters by themselves. That's so cool. So basically, when you come here, you can choose a phrase, a word, or even just your name and turn it into a stamp. Hi, I want to pick a stamp. Could you help me out?
Sure.
Thank you.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, sure.
And your surname is here. Let's pick one. And normally we will tell our customers that do not pick it out and put it back because it's a traditional of this type of foundry.
Yes.
And we hope our customers can help us to
Conserve the tradition.
yes, that's
yes.
right.
May I ask you, why are you guys particularly wanting to preserve this tradition?
We are the last remaining type foundry here in Taiwan, which is still producing the traditional Chinese lead types. And it is precious to preserve the beauty of traditional Chinese font and also the craft of it. That's why our type casting master put a lot of effort. We still have a lot of type casting machine in the back. We're still making these lead types.
My name, my given name?
Can be able to. And the last one is a kind of jade.
Ah, jade. Okay, thank you. Okay guys, so this is the finished stamp. And I chose my Mandarin name because I really like it, and also because it represents the very beginning of my journey in Taiwan. So let's have a look at it. So this is my recommendation for a super cool souvenir from Taiwan. It's not just cute, it carries the weight of a beautiful memory.
I got goosebumps. It was so tender. It's a tender ending. Oh my gosh.
It is a very special way preserved that we can experience now because newspapers used to be printed this way.
Yes. Yes.
So
yes.
you can imagine how much time they spend on just preparing the letters, and now
Yes,
it's a
and-
souvenir for you.
Yeah, and they told me that the machine that they used to create those tiny like metal letters, basically no one else can fix it. They cannot find anyone in Taiwan to fix it, so they have to fix it themselves and maintain it themselves. So they are maintaining this whole thing themselves.
They're keeping the tradition and the craft alive.
Exactly.
That's really wow, Taiwan.
Yeah, that's pretty well. That's pretty
We
well.
get some points for it. Lovely.
How did you pick that name?
That was a bit hard to find because my name Colombine is hard to translate into two Chinese characters. So basically I just have asked my boyfriend's family for help. So they all was trying to find names in the group chat. So they were all sending like names and I was reviewing them. And then we just thought it sounded nice. So yeah.
But your last name is Han.
Yeah, that's his last name. So I didn't have
That's very subtle.
In writing, we call that foreshadowing. Oh, wow.
Best wishes to you.
Okay, extra points for Mr. and Mrs. Han.
All right.
Wow.
Next up,
Thank you.
we have Lola.
Yeah. So for me, I think the most
You would
represent
recommend?
represent Taiwan is like the skincare.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if you know this brand.
I
Like,
do.
You do?
Yes.
It's so useful. Like you have the glowy. after.
Okay.
Like
It works really well.
yeah, it works really well. Yeah. This one is like for the brightness of the skin,
Okay.
and this one is like for the impurity. You know, like blackhead and like that.
Okay.
And it's so useful, and my family actually loves it. So I get them friends like,
Okay.
and they love it. And the second one is like for your little feet. Yeah. For your feet. Yeah. Actually, because like when it's summer, you don't have like you have raw feet from working everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you will have like smooth feet, baby feet.
Baby's feet. That's what they put in
Like the
baby's
picture,
feet.
yeah, like the picture actually. And it's really cheap actually, so you
Okay.
need it.
So you're recommending for people who come to Taiwan to visit, like instead of buying like cakes or stamps, get
Yeah.
face masks. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, there.
A
You
bit of a
just
rivalry.
created.
I did. You see, I stirred the pot, and we have drama now.
But there is a problem to foot masks. Once I bought a foot mask for my friend, and she was terrified because after putting the mask on for around 3 days, it will start shredding.
Peeling.
Yeah.
Shedding the skin would be like huge pieces, and she's like, "Oh my God, what's happening? It's melting!" Yeah, but there are different kinds
Okay.
of different selections you can choose from.
But actually, to eliminate like this king, that's why you are shredding.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
So it's her
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
And this one, I chose it because I think it's pretty special. I don't think we have these in France because that's
Okay.
an insult to our
Yes,
culture.
I can
Let's say this is my little piece of nature I guess I found in the city. Just look at that. Oh, it's moist, tender, just like your partner after a good date, if you know what I mean.
It's a very useful tip
Yeah,
because it's affordable.
I got
Yeah.
some okays, and I'll give a couple of wows.
Girlies, for girlies,
I
it's
think
perfect.
maybe I'm biased. Yeah, I'm biased. I thought that was but this is good. Yeah, but anyway, next one. Okay, yeah. Tofu. I'm digging my own grave.
Yeah. So I brought you guys some croissant.
Ooh. Wow.
But first, if you want to eat it, you have to say croissant in French.
Croissant.
Croissant.
Okay, you can do it. That was easy. Usually Taiwanese are like croissant.
Croissant.
Yeah.
You American.
Yeah, you know, shake. Hey, can I have one of them croissants?
So there are three types. So why did I choose that? It's actually because all my friends in France, they will say, do you find good croissant here in Taiwan?
Yes.
And I said, no kidding. I said it's hard to find those, but we have convenience store. They are open 24 hours a day. So I have croissant at night. Do you have croissant at night in France? And then they say, no, I don't.
But are there decent croissants in
To be
convenience
honest,
stores?
these ones are okay. I
Okay.
think these ones are actually good.
Okay.
But you will see by yourself. And this one, I chose it because I think it's pretty special.
Did you run over it on your way here?
Yeah, exactly. Because I hate it. It's like flat croissant. You can find it here in Taiwan. I don't think we have these in France because that's
Okay.
an insult to our
Yes,
culture.
like with all the layers, all the butter, and
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
flatten it.
Yeah.
Squish your stinky tofu.
Could do it.
So which one do you recommend we start first?
I would recommend you to start from the small ones.
Okay.
Small one.
Little one
all
first.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. They're better than what I would thought in the convenience store.
It's kind of like crispy,
Yeah.
which not in like a croissant way, but kind of like, it's not bad.
I taste maple syrup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is maple syrup.
It's
That's the
kind of-
Taiwanese
aroma.
touch. Taiwanese touch. Yeah.
Sorry.
So this is something new that you've tried, like a maple flavored croissant, and you're okay with it?
I mean, I have to after 5 years. Otherwise, I won't eat any croissant.
It's okay. You can call these croissants. They're not croissant.
Croissant. These are croissant. Agree.
This is a Taiwanese fusion too because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
what's on the pineapple bun. Bolo,
Right.
bolo
Yeah.
mienbao.
Exactly.
We put
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bolo on top of the croissants.
Yeah.
So, fun fact, they're actually pretty good, but I didn't try them until last month because it's written on the packaging, pineapple croissant. And I don't want to have pineapple in my croissant.
Right?
Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
right.
But actually, it's not the flavor. It's just the weight is the texture.
Yes.
It's
Okay,
a very
yeah.
Taiwanese thing.
Kind of like a crunchy foam, which sounds really worse than it actually is.
But it tastes okay,
It
right?
tastes okay. It tastes
Okay. May I use your plate of actual croissants to
Yeah.
demonstrate the difference? See, like, this is how it should be, right? And then this is...
Yeah.
Small difference.
Yeah.
But this is something you found in Taiwan.
Exactly.
And these are things that you think you can call croissant.
Yeah, because I was on the quest for good croissants, as we all are, I think. Yeah, which is a tough quest, but I think those are really good. It's from a shop called My Croissant.
Okay.
I think it's been awarded by a French person as
Oh,
well.
wow, okay.
So it's pretty authentic.
So you recommend it if you ever
Definitely.
get that itch.
Definitely, look at this. Look at this.
There.
Look at this.
I'm curious, the price. How much for the pineapple crust one?
That's a good question.
30 something
30-ish, yeah,
NT dollars.
30-ish, yeah.
And for
these
your
guys?
luxury one, croissant, for each one?
A bit more expensive. I'm not sure actually. I think maybe 60.
Oh, so only double?
No, impossible.
No?
I think it's more 80,
180-ish,
80, yeah.
180 or 200.
Okay. So about 6 times.
Yeah, so, well, this is an everyday thing,
Yeah.
and this is more of a luxury delight.
Yeah.
And this
Right,
is an
it is.
every night thing.
Every night thing.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'll give you the wows for
And this is
that.
the weekend. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. Thanks for helping him there, like a little show and tell.
But
Okay,
this
good.
is beautiful. This is
These are
wow.
beautiful,
Look at the
yeah.
Yeah,
crust,
they're
look at the
beautiful.
layer.
The lamination.
It's shiny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
And I just want to point out that poor little flat. Okay.
They taste well. They all taste good.
All right, let's wrap it up, Arnaud. Let's bring it in strong. Come on.
All
What you
right.
got? You got a VCR?
I got a VCR as well. I won't spoil it too much, but
Okay.
just to give you a taste, let's say this is my little piece of nature I guess I found in the city. This is where I found food that normally you wouldn't be able to get in the middle of Taipei.
Okay.
And I'm talking about, in Taiwanese we say, tangage.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring you guys to my secret place where I bring all my friends or late night after work.
Okay.
You're gonna see this.
Okay.
In France, if you want something to eat late at night, there's always a kebab or something open. But in Taiwan, good luck finding something open after 9 p.m. But here, it's different. It's open until 2 a.m. You know what the best part is about it? There's a signature special dish, 100% authentic Taiwanese cuisine. So you know what? Come and check it out. Let's go. Ooh, look at that. It's clay pot roasted chicken. Normally you'd only find this in the mountains. And if you're a real foodie in Taiwan, you know you can't get this without booking it a day in advance. But tonight, we're gonna get it in the middle of the city without booking. What's in the I-Shou This chicken has been slowly roasting, just like a French relationship. Slow, intense, and ends in fire. Smoky, juicy, seductive. Just look at that. Oh, it's moist, tender, just like your partner after a good date, if you know what I mean. And of course, you have to dip it in your little Taiwanese pepper salt. How could you resist this? Why isn't this not in Paris? Like, even the crispy skin, it kind of reminds me of the external side of the French baguette. But don't just look at the chicken. This is a full-on Taiwanese feast. I mean, you got salty, sweet, garlicky goodness. I mean, basically what my mom just always warned me about. Ganbei. I'm full. I didn't just eat chicken tonight. I think I found my midnight soulmate. Merci Taiwan, merci Laoban.
Greasy.
Yeah, greasy.
I mean the chicken.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't mean sleazy?
No, I wouldn't say I guess.
So that's a place that you found and you go to like whenever you need like a comfort meal kind of thing.
Exactly. And the staff are 100% locals. All the customers are locals. So if you want to learn Mandarin Chinese, you just go over there. You have to speak it. You have to.
Is it expensive?
No. It's not that
a
expensive.
Set of meal?
A set of meal, if you're maybe for 4 or 3 people, it'll be around 800.
Okay. That's
Or with
very-
half chicken,
affordable,
with the top
so
ramen, with the
affordable.
roast. Yeah.
So we have affordable dinner, midnight snack, affordable face mask and foot mask, affordable croissant.
At midnight.
At midnight.
Yeah.
And then,
Points for you.
and then the real thing, if you want to splurge a little bit. So, as French students in Taiwan studying abroad, it's not that bad. It's kind of good.
You can get what you want, anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, now that everyone has presented,
Yes.
I think it's time to tally up the scores and see who won this little session of Wow Me, huh?
Oh my God.
What do you think?
Whoever wins has a bit of time to, express themselves.
Right, we would love to hear what you think and your thoughts of winning this illustrious award.
Thank your mom, thank your dad, thank your family back at home. Okay.
Anyway, drum roll, please.
First of all, I'd like to thank my beautiful wife because I wouldn't be here without her.
Smart man.
Yes, not just for the visa. No. But, and thank you to Wow Taiwan for inviting us. It's incredible, and we love Taiwan. Thank you to the entire country. You guys are the best. Just the best.
Thank you.
Well, please sign your name on the honor roll board. Prestigious member.
Yay!
Yeah, leave it down for history. And thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
See you next time. Wow.